Quintessence of being is bestowed onto me by my parents as a gift. And as I am standing in front of you, I give respect and regards to my parents and Almighty God for giving me this life. It is flowing, and as I see, as on today, quintessence of being is nothing but love and care. I would like you all to look back in your childhood days. We, all of us, at various stages of our childhood days, were pampered, loved, cared, and looked after by our parents, our near and dear ones, our friends, our immediate family, children, teachers, and all in all, the entire society. What I understand about quintessence of being is nothing but inner core. For me, inner core is self, which is encapsulated by inner circle, which is consisting of my family, that is my wife, my parents, and my children. Then outer circle, which encompasses my relationship as well as my teams, whom I work with day and night, and outer circle, which I am in touch with day and night. So all in all, the entire plethora of this inner core, inner circle, outer circle, as well as the teams which are outside in my near vicinity is part of quintessence of being for me. And what I understand, that good relationship amongst all of us will give what we are today. And I would like to take your attention, first of all, about self. What I understand about self is, first we should know that who am I. Love what you are. Like every single day yourself what you are doing. And once we understand that, our inner core is strengthened each single day, and we are ready to give and take. And what I meant by give and take is very simple. First, we all need to give, and then automatically once we give, it will come back to you with lot of love, lot of care, and without expectations. Simultaneously, I would like to give one example of my army days. As we are posted in our difficult terrains of field areas where families are not permitted, there you are supposed to dominate those areas to keep away those insurgents or infiltrators or terrorists. We need to dominate those areas wherever we stay. So in the process of domination of those areas, we are required to go out of that particular place on patrolling and various skill sets which are being trained on battle playgrounds. And what I am coming on to is, during the patrolling, once you go to the various far-flung places, you are out for days and nights. That means once you move out for 2 days, 3 nights, or maybe 2 nights, 4 days, all that. So once we move out, we take our rations with us, our weapon with us, and our little bit of comfort if you want to take with you, and that little bit of comfort is nothing but Odomos to keep away those mosquitoes in jungles. So one fine day when we were going on patrolling, we came across a river, and I'm talking about 1992. And those days, in those villages of Manipur and Nagaland, the rivers were there, but no bridges. And once a soldier has been told to go on a patrolling, you need to cover that area, you need to complete that task and come back successfully after the desired time. So route out will be different, route in will be different back to your places where you are housed. So what happened, as the river is flowing in a very fast pace, we were 10 of us, including me, my 9 team members, and I being from a Gorkha regiment. I was the tallest in my team because all Gorkha boys are 4 feet, 4.5, 5 feet. So as luck would have it, I was leading them as a human chain, and we all decided that we will make a human chain and we'll cross this river. Fair point, we made a human chain and then we started crossing the river from one end to another. As luck could have it, when I was halfway through and my team is following me, suddenly my leg trips on a stone which is on the river bed, and I am upside down. Upside down meaning weapon on your body, weight on your body, which is 10 to 15 kilos you are carrying, and you are gone. So once you are upside down, team also become little panicky and fearful. They went back, and I goes in the stream, and I flows for next 50, 70 meters, 100 meters, thinking that this is end of life. And suddenly, a spur of moment, I remember my mother. Ki, look, I am done, but no, not done. And I mustered that courage at that point in time. Look, try one last time. As it is you are going, try last time. So I started moving my legs, so at least my head came up. When head came up, so I got little conscious and started moving my hands and legs. So I started, I'm not a good swimmer per se, but not a bad swimmer also. So I started swimming across the current, and which took me almost for another 150 meters. As luck could have it, I was saved and came out of that river. So that is a very, very personal moment, but yes, for self, it is important that courage we muster within, which will give us our quintessence of being. That is not enough. Life throws much more challenges to us every single day. As I was coming out, fully drenched in water, I realized I lost my weapon. Weapon is lost. If weapon is lost for a soldier, it is a crime. You can't go back without a weapon. You need to search it. You need to figure it out, where it has gone. But that day, I came back with a disheartened, absolute disheartened and broken, with a report, look, the officer has lost the weapon. But I was not satisfied. I requested my superiors, please allow me one more time, so I would search my weapon and come back. So another day, I took my team, went there and start searching, entered the river without shoes to have a feel of the river bed and make out, I know how my weapon looks like, what is the shape of my weapon, because every day and night we sleep with a weapon. So I am searching the bed to locate my weapon in the bed for good about 50 meters, 75 meters, because general area I was aware, it may be there. I could not find. Again, last light, you need to come back. Disheartened again. My superior has said, no, enough is enough. You will not be given any more time, and we need to do investigations, and that's it, end of story. And that investigation meaning losing of seniority for an officer is not right. So I said, no, give me last chance, one more time. And I mustered the courage again and went again all the way back 4 hours to that river bed. And I, with a cool mind, I told myself, look, I will get it. Surely I will get it. And once I entered with a conviction, I am not going to go back without my weapon. And after a search of good about 50 to 60 meters in that general area, I could locate with my leg an angular portion of something. And that angular portion was that magazine of my weapon. I got elated, and when I kept my head down, it was my weapon. Yeah? So I retrieved my weapon and I was absolutely excited. And that gives me a conviction that we all should have courage. Whatever be the obstacles are in front of us, various situations throws at us, we should have courage, and that will come from self. And that's what I call it as self. Being, that is the inner core. Now, the inner circle, which is immediate friends, and friends are those where we share and care whatever we do. We share everything of life with them. We don't expect from them, but yet we are there for them. So one interesting example I would like to share here of this is, after marriage, I snatched away my daughter from the jaws of death. When she was 2.5 years old, she fell down from first floor down, and I was in a marriage with my wife and family and relatives. But I then suddenly came to know, look, somebody fallen down, some kid has fallen down. Oh, that was little panic for me, not little, I don't know, and it was my daughter. So I ran. In that wisdom, I took my daughter, went out, I know the area, so I went out to the primary health center, given my child to them for primary medication. In the meantime, when they are doing their primary medication, I have spoken to my friend, understand the importance of good relationship. That is quintessence of being for me. I spoke to my friend, who is a doctor. Yes, he is an orthopedic surgeon in Delhi. And he assured me, by the time you did your primary investigation and you bring the child to the nearest nursing home, neurosurgeon will be there, orthosurgeon will be there, OT will be ready, everything will be in place. So in those 20-25 minutes, I got my daughter from there to and handed over to them. And as luck would have it, when she was entering into the operation theater, she vomited blood. I still kept my cool and calm, nothing will happen. Still, my wife was along with me, and for about 1 hour, we have kept our patient's wits about, and after about 1.5 hours, when doctor came out, they told us, you were right in time, brain is fine, everything is under control, and a child was saved. It is nothing but keeping your wits about, keeping your good communication, good relationship to your immediate vicinity of friends, that is going to help you to cross those obstacles day in, day out, and that will make you evolve in life effortlessly. And last but not the least, as I would say, survival of the fittest. And that fittest part comes from everyday's challenges. Everyday challenge, everybody has got their fair share of challenges. how we encounter them, how we overcome them, and how we come out of it as an individuals make us true human beings. And as we are, somebody has made a mention about evolving species, we all need to understand that good relationship is core, good relationship is the thing, and it's the norm which is going to lead us into the next generation or to the life as we evolve into the next level. Lastly, I would like to share a very, very fine example of team, because team is your outer circle. Team, as presently after doing my 2 decades of army, as now a decade in corporate, every team member has got an expertise. Every team member has got a skill set. If we understand, if we support, and if we communicate with each and every member of your team, the outcome is absolutely amazing and beautiful. So, last but not the least, I would say quintessence of being is self, family, friends, team, and ultimately what make all of this is society. Thank you very much, gentlemen.